What's good, chosen ones? This video is going to be about God's calling. When God has a calling on your life. When God has a calling on your life, you won't fit in. You will not fit in. I don't care if you hang with the cool kids, something about you going to be different. You hang with the jocks, something about you going to be different. If you hang with the nerds, something about you going to be different. Hang with the regular kids, something about you going to be different. The anime kids, at work, you won't fit in. When God has a calling on your life, it's going to seem like you're always wearing your pair of lucky socks. Also, when God has a calling on your life and you do wrong, you feel strongly convicted about things. You can't sleep almost, When you get hurt, when things are done wrong to you, you feel it. And when you do wrong to others, you feel it. When God has a calling on your life, things can be so sailing smooth, and all of a sudden it's like a monkey wrench gets thrown in it. That's because he needs your attention. He needs you to do something. Whatever you're doing is not for his purpose. God's calling, a lot of people run from it. But I think a lot of people run from it because they're afraid of the challenge, number one. And number two, I think they're so caught up in the world is that they don't want to have to sacrifice the worldly things. But the things that you're chasing in the world, the worldly things, those things are easily attainable when you walk in the path of God. We're doing all these worldly things to get the cars. When you walk in the path of God, during his calling, guess what? You can have those worldly things. So for instance, you want a BMW, you want to go sell some trucks, go get a BMW. Cool, no problem. But if you walk in the path of the Most High, the one that he set for you, you can have the BMW without worrying about, the things that come with selling trucks. So, and a lot of times when you walk in the path of God, also, this is an addition, those things, those worldly things that we think we want, won't even want it. Because our spirit will be so full of knowledge and wisdom. Those are the things that will get us off. Not the worldly possessions of the toys. No. Not the worldly possessions of toys and things of that sort, no. The things that will get us off at that point will be the knowledge, the wisdom, the advancement, getting closer to God. It's not going to say that you're not going to want those nice things, yeah, but the wantingness of wanting to have them, the neediness, will go from a 10 to a 5, 10 to a 3. You'll be like, oh, it's cool, but this connection I got with God is better, Me walking in my path is better. So back to the title. God has a calling in your life. You could be thinking you're doing something, you could be working IT, and all of a sudden you get fired. Or all of a sudden you have a deep disdain for what you're doing. It's all because he's trying to push you to something else. He's trying to push you to why he put you there. A lot of times, like I said, we run from it. But the longer we run from it, it's the longer we don't live a fulfilled life. God knows already. And it's up to us to walk in that while he brought us here. There's nothing And a lot of people, I think another reason why a lot of people don't want to go when God calls them, not saying death, but when God has that calling over your life to go do something, I think a lot of times people might be afraid of leaving people behind or starting over and things of that sort. But this is one life as we know it. And what's the point of living something that's not fulfilling instead of just starting over? You know, me personally, I've had to start over so many times to where I kind of look at it as I get excited now, you know? It's like you get to start over, okay. You get to start fresh. Deeper connection. You know, it's almost like you having to restart the same grade over. Every time you go back, you know more. You know? I don't know if that's a good analogy because some of you probably thinking, well, how good is it that you're always doing the third grade over and over and over? I get it. What I'm saying is you retain certain things. So not necessarily you're going to the same class. But say, for instance, you, like I said before, you're in the IT, right? You leave IT, and then you go into bodybuilding. The same skills that you used, you may take some skills in the IT that you're going to use now for bodybuilding. Even the core of it may be different. The same things, the discipline or certain things will always travel along with you. So that's what I mean by starting over. Is that even though the day-to-day things may change from IT to bodybuilding. The same things the things may change, yes. But you get stronger in discipline. You get stronger in confidence. You get stronger in certain things that no matter what you're doing, those core things about you will always stay. So even though you're starting over, yes, when that gun goes off at the starting line, you're running faster. If you get what I'm saying. Because you know yourself more. You're in connection with God more. Your intuition is more. That's why starting over past a certain point, it's easy. It's no problem. You actually gain more trust in yourself to say, I'm going to make this work. And just because you're starting over doesn't mean what you're starting over from means you failed. That's a big thing. A lot of people think that you're starting over is because you failed. No, that don't mean it. No. You could have been very, very successful in something and got burnt out. You could have been very successful in something and don't feel life from it anymore. You know? So you want to change. Some people don't want that because some people's ego have been built into what they're doing or whatever the case may be. So they don't want to start over. But back to when God has a calling over your life. When God has a calling over your life, you keep getting that urge and that nudge until you go do what He's telling you to go do, asking you to go do. Like I said, a lot of us don't want to listen to it. But I tell you, for me, when God gave me that calling, and I noticed He had a calling in my life, I had to sacrifice a lot of things. But the connection and relationship I have with God has never been so close. It's never been better. So, when God is calling you, just accept the call. And I say, we're not put here for us, and I think that's the biggest misconception, the biggest thing that we have an issue with, is we think that we're here for us. We're not here for us. We're here for His purpose, and we're here to serve. And we'll gain all fulfillment off of that. So sometimes maybe we have to change what we think of fulfillment is, the carnality or the worldly idea of fulfillment. Maybe we have to release those thoughts, have more thoughts of instead of the carnality aspect of fulfillment, have a certain aspect of fulfillment of what God may implement into our lives and use that as fulfillment. It's just a thought. But like I said, when God has a calling over your life, People look at you different. You won't fit in. You know, it's like a butterfly in a cocoon. It'll be very uncomfortable. But it's all for your purpose. It's all for his purpose. It's all for the higher good. So don't run away from it. Just run towards it. God got you. Y'all be safe. Like, comment, and subscribe.